Today's episode of Dungeon Crawlers Radio is brought to you by Gamers Inn, your one-stop location for all your gaming needs. Located in Lehigh City, Utah, their fun and friendly staff will be more than happy to answer any of your gaming needs. Just remember, Gamers Inn, it's where adventures begin.
It's time to power up.
Autobots, roll out! Broadcasting live from the DCR studio.
Oh yeah!
The Geek Revolution starts here.
Excellent!
Get ready for the #1 hit geek radio show out there.
Well, it is impressive, isn't it?
Because it's time for Dungeon Crawlers Radio. Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Crawlers, where the points don't matter and Scott is Groot.
Scott is not anywhere near as cute as Groot. You are cute, Groot, but nowhere near cute as baby Groot.
See, this is the sad thing. He's saying he's Groot, but know what that means? He plans on blowing us all up, so that means we need to throw him in an incinerator.
After he saved us by enthralling us in a giant wood ball on the first one.
Well, it should be noted that he said, I am Groot, which clearly means I'm going to blow you up with this button and not we are Groot, which is like hug time.
Yes.
Sorry, Scott.
Hold on. Wow.
You didn't, he says we are Groot at the end of the first one.
That's right, he does.
Yeah.
That's not a different word.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sad
still
moment.
So,
That
again,
was
for those of you that
taken
don't
away.
know, I'm going to repeat this. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy yet, there are 5 end credit scenes at the end of this movie.
This new one?
Yes.
Okay.
5 end credit scenes.
I'm going to piss everybody off in the theater. We got yelled at in one theater and told to leave. We're like, there's credit scenes. We're not moving.
Awesome.
I don't understand how people can leave. Like, how people don't know.
I know how people are like, is there one? I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna
It's
leave.
Marvel.
What?
There's one.
I'm still waiting for like that end credit scene threshold to be crossed to where the majority of the movie is now after the actual
Well,
movie.
just look. the old movies, like in the 50s and
Credits
60s and that, credits were
the
first.
credits were at the
So
beginning.
you had to wait till the end of the credits to get to the movie. We're just kind of going back to that slowly.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It would be interesting. The movie ends. You see the credits, and there's another 30 minutes.
Well, I think that's just called a double feature.
Yeah, that could work.
I think you're all nuts. I think it's perfect how it is. A little teaser at the end to say, look.
5 of them is not a
Like-
teaser.
It's going to break it between.
But yeah,
one of
like
them
in
did it
between
like 2 or
the
3 of them
credits.
already.
That's like a
Was
lap
it Ant-Man?
dance.
Did Ant-Man have
When
2
you
or 3
have
of them?
5 at the
Hold on,
end.
hold on.
I had a couple of them.
Yes,
Ant-Man
tell
had
me
a
about
couple
the
of
lap dance, Mr. Mormon Man.
You're just saying. You're just like that's like a tease. No, 5 at the end is like a lap dance. You're just gonna go nuts.
Can anyone else describe the color of red that Dan's face has currently transformed?
He's almost the same color as his hair.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
I know.
That is impressive.
It
He's
happens.
Like full camo now.
Sweet. I'm turning invisible.
So yeah, 5 end credit scenes.
Yeah. So
It is insane.
So we're going to talk about something else. Because we're off air, we were starting to talk about The Flash and got into a large debate. And Scott's like, "We're going to talk about this."
Wait, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I was excited about the game.
We don't have the recordings. We
That's
can't prove
right.
it.
Ha
It wasn't
We weren't talking
recorded.
about Flash, though. I guess I don't know if that's what Scott was saying, but
Well, we got into talking about
We
the
talked about
That's like
long
good
hair, Barry Allen.
conversations going on.
Well,
here.
we had Flash was earlier before the other one.
Yes.
This last one.
Remember when we were talking
games,
about
works you
The
into
Flash
WoW.
can't run fast, and you said The Flash sucks, and
Oh,
everything else.
hold up. Scott never said that The Flash sucks. Scott said that season 3's writing
but
kind of has
Katie
gone
said the
down.
Flash sucks.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And that's
Aaron
when
had a
season
comment
1.
about the writing.
Yes.
Well, so the writing for the Flash is interesting because you have one way that Barry solves his problems, which is by going faster.
Yes.
And so a lot of the time what writers will do when writing for a character like that is they'll kind of reserve some design space, if you will, for the future, where they'll put like a speed limit on the Flash until they really need it. When the reality is that like he can always just go faster.
Yes. I mean,
Run faster,
this is the
Barry,
thing
run
that
faster.
never made sense, because like, he's only going this fast, but he needs to go faster. He can go and travel through time. Why does he need to go faster? Oh, but now they're like, he's not fast enough, so he needs to run with another speedster, and then they shove him forward, which allows him to go faster. It makes no sense, because they're both going the same speed.
So
I don't see how a shove makes him go that much faster to travel through time.
Well, clearly you have never studied Newtonian physics while being high after watching a documentary on Albert Einstein.
Yeah. Dang it! I need to go.
I
need to go get a can
I think we have a
of
TV
Cool
show
Whip.
about that, right? Drunk history, right? That's pretty much what
Drunk
that is.
history is awesome.
I love that show.
So what you're telling me is I need to go get one of those cans of whipped cream, and then put it in, get high off of that, and watch that, and then I would understand this.
See, there's an easier way to understand how to write for the Flash, and that's to take.
There's an easier way to get high.
I'm not going to go in.
Dungeon Crawlers does not in any way
No.
advise anything like that. Kids, stay drug free. Okay, go on.
No,
I was going to say
whipped cream
the
free,
easier
too.
way to get into the
Whipped
mindset.
cream's delicious.
The easiest way to get into the mindset of how to write for the Flash is to go down to your local gas station, get one of those big gulp cups, and then all the 5-hour energies you can, fill her up,
Lord.
and then just
I'm pretty sure
try
it'll
not
do
to
a heart
die.
attack, yeah.
But at the end of that experience, if you survive, you will understand exactly what it's like writing for the Flash.
So
Dungeon Crawlers does not recommend or endorse. killing a big
please
I'm
don't
gonna
do
try it,
that.
I want to know how this works.
It would not be good. I took
No.
three of them once and I feel my heart.
No,
I took a red line once, and all of a sudden,
no. So Barry can't drink alcohol because it burns out of his system. What about energy drinks? What does that do to him?
Wouldn't it be the same
Well,
thing?
okay.
have
The
you ever
only
seen?
thing
Have you ever seen Over the Hedge?
that was
Yeah.
what was coming to
squirrel?
mind.
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that squirrel.
Cookie?
Downtime. Yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Steve Carell, awesome.
Love that.
But would that really be what the Flash is like? If he did that, it would slow down time
Did he
even
time?
more
Well, I mean,
than
come
it
on.
already
In the
has?
movie, that kind of does that. We see that with the Batarang.
That's true. I don't know. I don't watch The Flash. I saw an animatronic shark talking to him. I'm like, this show's stupid.
That's not animatronic.
Or
That was
animated,
Shark
whatever.
Man.
Yeah, and his name is
He's
Shark Man.
he is in the comic book.
I don't
That was
care.
awesome.
I was like, this
but you're
show's
okay with
ridiculous.
Gorilla Grodd, a giant ape
I
that
don't-
talks?
I haven't seen that either. Is that in Flash
Telepathically?
as well?
Yes.
That was awesome. And Gorilla City. Wow.
It's what you get when you have a character who's originally created to be the comic relief of the
Yeah.
Justice League, and so you give him a bunch of comic relief villains, and then some writer gets clever and realizes, hey, this can be a decent character.
I thought the comic relief was Aquaman.
Well, no, he's the laughing stock,
Okay.
not the comic relief. The
All right.
comic relief
Gotcha.
says funny stuff. The laughing stock, you just kind of feel bad for.
Yeah.
You know,
Have
like
you seen the new Aquaman?
Okay. Well,
I'm
must-
not laughing
no.
at him in a crowd.
he finally.
I must say, I'm not laughing at
He
Jason
finally
Momoa.
looks
He will come for you.
intimidating.
Yeah.
He actually looks like an intimidating
You're
Aquaman.
gonna
Yeah.
look at parts of that.
You're not. You're gonna look at him and say, "Dude, okay."
Probably laugh at most
You're
of
not
them.
gonna laugh at him, and you're gonna back off.
No,
But seeing a guy in green and orange spandex is just goofy.
That's special ability is to talk to fish.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Should we bring Hawkman into this
With his
discussion?
mind. Yeah. He talks with his mind.
Okay, have you guys seen on Powerless when they bring in the people from Aquaman's city? What's it called?
No, I quit watching.
Atlantis.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and they were all excited about
Yeah.
meeting Aquaman.
Yeah,
that's
and
like
then-
the last episode I watched.
I do admit I love the humor of that episode, and then they're like, "And we bring in the tuna," and they're bringing in they're wheeling in this tuna that's filled it's food.
Yeah.
And the people are like, "The tuna is our faithful ally and our close friend. Get rid of the tuna. Get rid of the tuna. Get rid of the tuna." Like just great
Yeah.
writing that episode. So, sorry, did I just
I
kill
don't
it?
know. I just don't think that show has been any better.
It
since.
has been canceled actually as well.
Yeah.
removed
Really?
from every
Yeah.
season lineup. It's sad because I felt like it was getting better, but
I
it
felt
has
like-
been
Well,
removed.
Yeah, the
there's
first
several
premise.
other series that are on the chopping block this year. Big Bang Theory hasn't been renewed yet. It
Once
looks
Upon a Time was
Once
last I
Upon a
checked either.
Time, and they're gonna reboot it now.
No, that was if they continue, it's going to a reboot. They're taking
Oh.
out Charming and Snow from what it looked like, and they're going to try to continue it with. I don't know if Robin was involved or not, but Regina.
Well, Robin
Emma
got
and Hook.
obliterated. Last I knew, I don't know.
Robin's,
Spoilers.
I have
Stop.
not
Never gonna
wa-
watch it.
That was like 2 seasons ago.
Robin's back.
Spoilers.
Well, he was. Now he's gone again.
I
But they
hate,
keep saying Robin's not dead forever. They just keep saying
I
that, but
hate
they
the-
don't ever explain
I
it.
hate the show to the point. It's like I do because
I
it's
watched
like the
until Peter Pan
same
showed up.
pattern over and over, and it's
Peter
like really,
Pan's Rumpelstiltskin's dad.
yeah,
I know, I
and he's
saw.
evil. Yeah.
Yes, and it's great.
Um,
and then
so,
Rumpelstiltskin died, and I was like,
Supernatural?
"I'm done."
Supernatural is up on the
Rumpelstiltskin's all
chop
over the
block.
place. He's not dead. he gets brought back.
After
Supernatural's on the chopping block?
How many dozen seasons have they
Hold
had?
on.
Like at 14?
Supernatural?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is.
They're running out of stuff.
Well,
They
they
are.
wanted.
What is it,
the
14
writers are
seasons?
planned on ending
Well,
it. Like,
Bones
a long
was supposed
time
to end
ago.
like 4 times
Yeah.
before they finally got their way. They even like ended it and then got renewed and then had to figure out how to bring everybody back together. So
That sounds like Chuck and Stargate SG-1.
Yeah. So,
Just
I
stop
don't know.
after that.
The
It's just
joys of
interesting.
TV writing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing stays around forever.
Yeah, that is disappointing about Supernatural. But yeah, it's true. I mean, they've beat the devil multiple times.
Yeah.
That's.
Did they find their mom?
But hey, so is Aquaman. He's
Do you
punched
really
the
want me
devil
to spoil
several times.
something?
No, because people do listen to our show, and watch that. I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
I tried.
I've never
Well, I
watched
mean, in
any
all
of it.
fairness, it's this entire season, so
What is?
They're looking for their mother?
this season. You guys want to know? Am I the only
For
one
what?
with Supernatural?
I don't watch
I don't watch it.
Do you watch it?
I don't.
I couldn't get into
This
it.
one's well
Okay,
done.
so they last season, they did something great and grand, and as a reward, but their mother's back,
Yay!
and she's a hunter, and it's like this big.
Shouldn't it be over then? Felt like that was the whole point. They were just
Well,
searching
no,
for
because their
mom.
dad is still lost in a different land called the Walking
They
Dead.
lost their dad.
Their dad's on The
So they're-
Walking Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, the guy that plays their dad is now on The Walking Dead, and he's Negan, and everybody hates him, but we still love him because he's their dad. But he's dead.
Yeah, he's
He's been
not
dead
coming
since
back.
season 1 or 2 or something like that. So
Oh well.
he'd like to come back. He'd like to see the dad come back.
Of course.
It'll
it's
be a
more
big
work.
family
more money.
reunion
Yeah.
series finale.
Exactly.
I get money. I get to work on 2 shows. Yes. I don't know. TV is crazy. It's weird. You guys like Agents of Shield?
I
I
love
am a
Agents of
fan-
Shield.
I am a fan of Agents of Shield.
I'm done.
You can be done. That's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't appeal to every audience.
I've tried watching it again. No. Just didn't.
But I am in love with the characters. I'm in love with what they did with Sky. I'm in love with, not in love with May, but I love her character. I love Coulson.
Colson's a blast.
The new
You know,
direct- the new
Coulson was
director?
only supposed to be temporary in one of the movies as like a one-time thing, and then built into this.
Yeah,
whole
he
huge
did.
thing.
He
You look
showed up in
Coulson's
Iron
character.
Man, and then he kept showing up.
That's because they that good
And
feedback. He's awesome though. He's
then
an
they
awesome
killed him,
actor.
and then they brought him back. So it's
They've
like,
done that a couple times.
yeah, he's chopped his hand off.
Tahiti.
Now he's
a
got a
magical
really
place.
cool energy Captain America shield. Yeah.
Oh, that comes out of his thing.
Hand, yeah.
That was built by Simmons and
Yeah.
Fitz.
Yep, love it. It's fun. I think it is fun. And
How many seasons?
I
is it
have
now?
tried.
know.
It's on season 4.
Is it only on 4?
It's only 4.
4.
Wait, how many
I'm-
episodes? Are
and
they hour-long
I think that
episodes?
this is the
I think
last
they're
season,
hour.
isn't it? Like it's on the chopping block, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I think it might be.
It is.
Yeah. And then all of a
The
sudden,
ratings aren't
Marvel
good enough.
released on Instagram a picture of Inhumans with a calendar date and coming to CBS. What's up with that?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because
I
they
already
were
knew
gonna
they
do
were
a
planning on
movie.
spinning
They
off
were.
Inhumans.
They were going to do a movie, but they decided to yank it and do a TV series. But even then, I don't think it's going to do well.
Marvel's not the top at the TV stuff. Their movies are amazing, though. They just need to
Yeah.
stick to the movies.
DC does really well with their TV stuff. They're kind of iffy on the movies.
Yeah.
And
Their
it's
their
and,
stuff is too dark.
I still like the.
the DC world is
Well,
dark.
Marvel.
I know, but that's what loses it for me. Is I like the comedy.
I'd say it's not so much that their stuff is too dark per se. It's just that with the movies, they're trying to take some of that darkness and appeal to a mass audience with it.
Yeah. Well, and
if
they
only
don't.
could do it successfully.
I
Batman
know.
Begins.
Well, they don't want to go
was a good
campy.
one.
They don't want to go
disagree with
campy
that.
because then
Why didn't-
people say they're copying Marvel and and
Well,
I do think Batman versus Superman was too dark.
I
It
haven't even
was-
seen that one.
Yeah, don't. I'm a Superman fan, and I said don't.
Can we
Give
get
me
you to do
Captain
movie
America and
reviews
I'm
just
good.
like that?
Yeah, I'll do movie reviews. It'll be easy.
It'll just be a checklist. Like, should we see this movie?
Don't listen to him. He's not always right.
Hey, I am awesome. I'm not wearing Superman shirt.
awesome.
I'm actually wearing a
You are
Flash
not
shirt
always right.
Oh yeah.
with the Blue Lantern
See, I
symbol behind it,
started
and then a
watching
Superman
Arrow,
ring.
but I didn't watch Flash.
Yeah.
So,
See, I watched some Arrow and then Flash came out and I was like, I'm sorry.
but I only
don't
watched
need
like
to.
2 or 3 episodes of.
I
Arrow.
still watch the Arrow, but I know it's a Batman ripoff. I mean, literally, it's
Hey,
All
but
of
he
Bat-
has a bow.
he does. It's all of Batman's
great.
villains. It's
No, it was Daredevil I started to watch.
yeah, Daredevil. That's
I
another story.
will fight you to the death. Because I'm like Marvel Defenders. I've watched all those. Those are the shows I watch.
I have high
Daredevil,
hopes.
Jessica
I have high
Jones.
hopes for Defenders.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage was
I haven't seen
horrible.
any of those.
Luke Cage was
great
horrible.
until someone died, and then that show became a pile of
Iron
shit.
Fist was a pile of
I
steaming
love
dog
Iron
poop.
Fist. I don't know what your people's problem is.
See, I couldn't make it through any of them after the first Daredevil. Like, the first Daredevil was...
Season 1 of
good.
Daredevil was awesome.
Powerful.
Season 2 sucked.
And that's where I got lost. And I couldn't
Yeah.
get through Jessica Jones.
The girl crazy. That's okay.
They spent way too much time on trying to explain Frank Castle, and they lost the
Punisher's
story.
Awesome.
Then give him his own series.
He is getting
And
his own
because
series.
it's Daredevil, we should be focusing on Daredevil, not what is Frank Castle's
Elektra,
motivations.
and there's a lot of stuff
It's like-
going on.
I don't know, but that's a thing I've kind of noticed about Marvel movies. It's not exactly a groundbreaking observation, but they tend to, like, as they go on, they tend to just, like, bleed into one another over time. Like, I mean, the Spider-Man Homecoming that's coming out, I'm still not 100% sure whether that's going to be a Spider-Man movie or an Iron Man movie or an Avengers movie.
It's a Spider-Man movie with Iron Man showing up.
And they say he's only
Like
like
Captain
6
America
minutes
movie?
worth of film.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Well,
So
I
know,
doubt
like,
that as
you know,
well.
Either we've seen it all in the trailers, or
I
Well,
doubt that.
maybe they mean it's only 6 minutes of, like, Tony Stark in the full Iron Man getup.
Yeah.
I don't think he shows up way too much, but I know they were supposed to be playing off of one of the original storylines where he had a lot to do with Spider-Man. So they're building the Spider-Man that Iron Man was impacted
But
with.
see, that Spider-Man that he interacted with was after the Civil War storyline, but he was in his like late 30s. So it's kind of weird. They're tweaking it around.
They're tweaking everything.
He's still in high school.
I mean,
I have high hopes. I'm excited that they had the very first original comic book villain that we ever saw, which was the Vulture.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Keaton's playing him,
which I am
which
so
I'm
excited.
excited for. But at the same time, I really worry because Spider-Man is one of those superheroes that's been played a lot and rebooted a lot.
is
It's
the
like
Hulk.
Batman and the Hulk. You're right.
It's like
We finally have a Hulk that I feel is good and we're comfortable with. I mean, I'm super
he needs
excited.
a movie, but they're worried to give him a movie that it's just going to do what the other movies did.
Well,
the second movie with Ed Norton was amazing.
I did like that one.
that one
I
was
like
good,
Norton.
but then Norton screwed it up because he wanted more money to do the next one.
Yeah.
Instead of just writing it out. They would have eventually given him the money, but instead Anyway.
Well, I know. Look at Chris Evans and all the rest of them. They sign on for like 2 or 3 movies, and now they're in it for this like long haul, which makes me
Yeah.
curious if they're going to renew
No.
Chris Evans or not.
No, he actually wants
doesn't-
out.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No,
He
there was
want-
actually an article out that said that it's up to them. It's in their court. If they renew, he sticks.
Oh,
Well, I guess that's good then. Because
Well,
he
'cause
was saying he
Chris
was kinda
Evans,
done
baby.
with
I
Alright.
follow.
that's good. Well, I know he said for a while he was done after the Infinity Wars. I know
That's just the end of his
Robert
contract.
Downey Jr. was for a while, but then he's
Yeah.
like, no, I want to be back for 4.
Robert Downey Jr. for a while, he was preaching that he was out.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that
because his
in all the
contract was
time.
over as well too. Their contracts come to an end, and then it's a definition of what they're going to do with them. If they're going to try to replace the characters or continue with them, but because they're still years out, they haven't decided what they're doing.
Well-
Like their Fantastic Four reboot, they
Was
had
horrible.
to redo it because Captain America's torch.
I know.
So
Yeah.
they didn't have much of a choice. They had to
seen it.
replace
What's
the
going
character.
on?
The original,
It sucks.
the original 2 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Chris Evans played Johnny Storm.
Oh,
the
right,
Human
right,
Torch.
right. I thought
Yeah.
you meant the more...
Which
No,
is
the
what
more
he was-
recent one was
new
horrible.
one, I don't like
Sounds
the new one at
horrible.
all.
The
She
new
was
one
Captain
is a
America.
giant
That
flaming
is probably
pile
the
of
worst
demon
movie I've
crap.
ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And
The
not
new
even
Fantastic
superhero.
Four?
No. There is still a movie that's worse. Trolls 2.
Well, that's once again, you're bringing a sword to a wand fight, man. You don't just go full Gandalf and pull out Trolls 2 and
Can we
comparing
say
movies.
a pie to a sword fight? Because I
Okay.
see a sword and a wand. Those
It
are-
could be a cyanide pie.
I would actually like to see that fight.
You know,
Cyanide fire and a sword.
No, a sword and a wand.
Oh.
Oh,
Like, that sounds like a justified fight.
What kind
Really?
of magic does this one do? Because that should win every time.
well, it
Nah,
depends.
sword-
Depends
moves fast
how well
enough.
they can throw that sword.
All right.
Just gonna stand over here.
Just bring your Schwartz ring. Will be good.
Ah, yes.
Be with you.
You'll have an
dog.
awkward stance, but you can win in the end.
See how
Well,
well.
if no one's challenging you on that,
Wow. Awesome.
I guess we all believe in the Schwartz.
Yes.
Isn't there going to be a Schwartz too?
They keep saying
Spaceballs
so.
too, search for more
Spaceballs
money.
too. The search
They
for more
keep
money.
saying.
talking about
Whoa, they kept talking about the series, and that became a reality.
Yeah.
And
I
we
don't
wish
know.
it hadn't.
And
Mel
they've
Brooks
said
is
that 4
Mel
more-
Brooks is really old now.
Yeah.
So if they don't do
Yeah,
it
but look at
soon,
Max Brooks.
he probably won't be around much longer.
His son could carry that. It could pick up and carry that torch. Have you read Hitchhiker or not Hitchhiker?
World War Z?
Zombie. Yeah, World War Z
Yeah.
or the Zombie Survival Guide.
Yep.
Or heard him in person. He
Yep.
came to Utah and he spoke. He was hilarious.
Oh yeah, but no.
You're taking nostalgia and trying to replace it. Makes it
Welcome
kind of
to
rough.
Hollywood.
I know. I didn't even go see the new Ghostbusters.
Don't.
I'm
No,
not sure.
Hollywood's just
We
monetizing
don't talk about
nostalgia.
that here because Daniel has very strong
It's
opinions
so sad 'cause I
about
want
it.
to see it, but yeah, they just rip on it all the time. So I'm like, I'm never gonna see
Just
it.
see it. Enjoy
It's
it. for
poop on a
spoof.
stick.
It is not poop
Did you
on a
see
stick.
the Fantastic Four reboot though?
Yes,
Can't. Well,
that was
so-
poop on a stick with 2 doses of
Yeah,
crap.
See, so that's worse. So at least Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he was bitter,
Let's put it this
he
way.
was unhappy.
This is what I would say
But
about
it is fun.
Ghostbusters,
It
the
is
new
fun.
Ghostbusters movie. Don't even get it on Redbox. Even
is
if it's a
fun.
Well,
free,
they're talking about
even if you
rebooting
get a free
Labyrinth as
code.
well.
Give it a try.
No.
You might have fun.
No.
Did you at least laugh like 5 times?
I didn't laugh once.
So sad.
I literally, as soon as I shut it off, I'm like, I just lost IQ points. And
Dungeon
wasted.
Crawlers would like to say that Daniel's opinion does not stand for all of us. Thank you,
Nope.
Columbia Pictures.
Scott won't even
be
admit
fair,
that it's
yeah,
a.
Scott wouldn't
Scott
even
won't
say it
even
was
say
a
it's a
Ghostbusters
Ghostbuster movie.
movie.
It's a fun paranormal comedy.
It is a fun paranormal comedy
Ghostbusters.
called Answer the Call that has to do with busting ghosts.
Yes,
It does not relate
but I
as
can't
much.
say it's poop on a stick with 2 piles of crap.
That's right. I'm just saying it doesn't really relate to my childhood, but it was fun to
The
see.
best part about this, everyone's listening to the show
Supernatural- a
going, these
supernatural
guys are
comedy."
just fighting like
I
crazy.
know. Let's
This is hilarious.
just bring up Star Wars right now.
All right, let's talk
How
about
do you
Star
hate
Wars.
the Phantom Menace? Darth Maul,
What are
double
we
blooded
doing? What's
lightsaber.
Okay.
going on?
Why are we bringing
All
up
right.
the Phantom
Phantom
Menace right
Menace.
He won't even say he owns it in his house.
I actually now
And
own
then
it.
it's such
I now
a
own
great
it.
movie.
I now own it.
See,
I had
and this is
to.
what
I
we
had to
grew up
complete
with.
my collection. However, I only watched the Darth Maul fight.
I
I've
will.
seen
I
that
will
fight.
say.
I haven't seen those.
I
three
will
movies. I
say
haven't seen
2
any of the
things
movies.
in defense of the Phantom Menace.
Yes.
The first is that Darth Maul is like an excessively cool.
Yes.
He is so cool that he single-handedly saves like all of the movie that he's in. It's not very much of the movie, but like you get to that point, and it is like the best movie ever to have been a Star Wars.
And then he dies.
Liam Neeson. Don't forget
He
Liam
doesn't
Neeson.
really.
Don't.
die,
Yeah,
though.
I'm not forgetting
Well, I
Liam
know.
Neeson.
I know, but
I'm just forgetting one line Liam
Let-
Neeson says, and
let's
I'm
just
doing that
look
very
back.
intentionally.
Yes.
yeah.
But the second thing I will say in its defense is that it's probably the most George Lucas Star Wars movie that exists. Now, you can take that or you can leave it, but
Yeah.
it's George Lucas given free reign to do what he wants with it.
He's happy
We'll
about
take it.
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
listen.
No.
You can hate Jar Jar, but he was a super important part to everything.
Yes.
Yes, he
Without-
ruined
He
the
was a
galaxy.
total
Thank you very
klutz,
much.
and everything somehow worked out, even though he's a giant klutz.
Well, I
Sith
mean,
Lord.
if you're on the
I
internet
know.
too much,
I know.
like I am,
The internet has a theory that he's a Sith Lord that like a drunken master's Sith Lord.
in the eyes.
You know, and if that is really true, which I know George Lucas says no, it's not. That would have been awesome. And then I could say Jar Jar is a great character, but no, he's just a giant bumbling idiot
I want to say that
that is dead.
I do want to say that George Lucas played with the idea a little bit.
Yeah.
Now. It's
Because-
from a galaxy a long, long way.
Yeah.
No, Palpatine had him killed. That's actually made canon.
Well, that's a relief. But I was going to
Because
say
he's the only one. Because Palpatine convinced him to go for the vote, so he knows that, so he has him killed.
I'd have to see a site.
I will pull up.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
I was going to say that I think George Lucas did play with the idea of Jar Jar being a Sith Lord because he kind of did an homage to
Jar Jar
that.
Snoke. Put that out there.
Sorry, I'm getting off track. But anyway, I think he played around with the idea a little bit because in or at least the writers of the Clone Wars series did, because in one episode they have Jar Jar impersonate a Jedi Master.
Yep.
Just to kind of like get in with the separatists.
Yes, I do remember that.
In all fairness, though, I couldn't make it through that episode.
Well, I mean, you're not alone.
Is
It was
all
a hard
Golden Queen,
episode.
too? Or no?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
different
It's
Jar
been a
Jar
while,
episode?
okay?
Well, and on
Wasn't
top
there
of
a Mace
that,
Windu
Jar
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 story?
is responsible for killing billions of people.
That's correct.
So you don't need to feel
So is
bad
Anakin.
about his death.
No, he's only.
You're right.
responsible for, like,
I
9
do
young
understand that Anakin's
Hey man, you
responsible
blow
for
up
that,
one planet, and now everyone's on
but
your...
he became the universe's
planet.
coolest villain ever.
Well,
You
he
know,
and James Earl Jones became the
Yeah,
coolest
well,
villain ever.
Yes,
That's true.
because Hayden Christensen's just a whiny
I
brat.
will kill you, Dan.
Hey, don't be hating on Hayden.
Luke was
Thank
a
you.
whiner. Have you seen
I
Empire
know.
Strikes
Yes,
Back?
and so
no,
it,
don't.
and so is Kylo Ren. It just runs in the Skywalker family that the men are whiny brats.
At least until they become powerful enough to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Then they're just really powerful brats.
That's right. Don't choke on your ambitions.
Yeah, that was
man,
that was
that
so
was so
stupid.
bad.
That was stupid.
No, it's fine. I don't know. Okay,
I
another
love
thing
bringing up that
like,
line. It makes them both so angry.
Phantom Menace, pod racing. That's one of the coolest.
Pod racing
things
was
ever.
cool.
The pod racing was cool. I will give you
I
that.
get, okay,
What's
cool.
wrong with
Okay.
you people?
I don't know.
Hey,
No,
hey, man!
I'm
Clearly,
just-
clearly, you didn't play enough of that N64 pod racing game back
I
in the
would
day.
blow up all the time.
No.
You know what would be fun in the middle of
we-
space,
no.
in the middle of an
We- no,
action
stop.
adventure war movie?
Stop. We need to go to Boondocks. Get you in a Star Wars pod.
Boondocks has those?
It has one.
Really?
They
Oh, dear
do.
Lord.
And play the pod racing. You will change your mind.
Most boring thing in my life.
Once you pod race. that
Okay,
way-
okay. You can't say pod racing was the most boring part of a movie that had like so many Senate things in it.
I hate you.
I prefer the Senate.
Look! No, I'm not hating on the Senate either.
I just didn't
You
like the
can't stand pod racing, but you watch
I
the
was looking
entire
forward to lightsabers.
paranormal comedy.
Lightsabers. Give me the lightsaber battles, which was good at the end. But
Alright.
I just couldn't. I
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just me.
Well,
Pod-
hey, if you want
the pod racing
lightsaber
scene-
battles like nonstop, watch episode 2. They got like a whole second half of the movie that's nothing but a bunch of people with lightsabers hitting stuff.
What happens if we just throw like 1,000,000 lightsabers in one arena?
It looks cool.
So
It does.
I have to send you a
Strategy,
video.
but-
I have to send you a video. I have a video
Oh, I
where
know
they
which
have
one's me.
all
Give
the
me purple
scenes.
lightsaber.
I have a video with all the scenes where at the end where they're in the arena, set to the Benny Hill soundtrack. Yep.
Oh my god.
It is hilarious, and they
Oh, dear.
they even speed it up and slow it down in the right spot, so it looks like they're running around, and it's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was there anything else geeky news that we wanted to debate? or
Did we talk about anything geeky? I think we were just
The
yelling at each other.
Flash,
And we talked about the Flash
And TV
Star
shows
Wars.
going off.
Gotham.
I couldn't get into
Come
Gotham.
on. So
Sucks.
sad.
Gotham
It's
is
because
fun.
I think every person that doesn't like Gotham wanted it to be the Batman story they've already heard
No.
92 times.
No, my problem
Yeah, exactly.
simply is the fact that we have James Gordon that seems to flip jobs like he's a 17-year-old kid in high
That's
school.
what people relate to.
The
I don't know.
millennials.
I feel
He
like
lost his
the
I'm a
child.
cop.
He lost the love
I'm a
of his
cop.
life.
I'm a bounty hunter. I'm a
His
security
wife went
guard.
psycho. He does go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like the writers kind of lost track of where
They
James
did. Well, not only
supposed to
that, they lost so many fundamental things. Like the whole motivation for Mr. Freeze to be Mr. Freeze, they got rid of by killing Nora. It's like, what's the point of him being Freeze anymore? That's the whole point, is for him to accumulate money to be able to save her. And now that she's dead, there's no point to that character. Let
That
alone
is
who
true.
knows what they're doing with the Joker.
Well, so
Jerome.
I saw
It's
enough
Jerome.
with
Amazing.
the
Oh,
the
Jerome
girls,
is
the
awesome.
kids, the kid Catwoman and Poison Ivy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and then
But now
but
Poison Ivy's
they,
an adult.
they accelerated.
Already?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
accelerated
there
her.
was some other guy who has like he age accelerates people, and so that's how he kills them. But then he grabbed Poison Ivy, and she only held on for like 3 seconds and then fell off. So
and so
she
she's a
became an
full-grown
18-year-old
adult.
Yeah.
girl,
But it
so she could be seductive.
Hey,
and not
it reacts
creepy.
really well with her character because she's like totally crazy, but it's like I'm just a kid, but ha ha ha. Like
Yeah.
it works
I
for
don't
the
know.
character.
I really enjoy it. I love seeing all these Batman villains and not have to deal with
Well,
Batman
okay.
being like.
I do like the Penguin.
I
guy
love
that's doing the
Penguin. I love
and Riddler.
Edward Nigma.
Yeah.
I
for
didn't.
Riddler.
I didn't get to see. The
But
That's
they-
a love story I never saw.
But
coming.
the whole
That
thing,
is a weird thing.
that's
But
weird.
It's whatever.
What?
you both are just like
they're
"Ah."
in love.
No,
Penguin and Riddler?
Penguin is in love with Riddler. Riddler doesn't. Riddler's grossed out by it.
Yeah,
Penguin
it's weird.
is-
I don't
But
know.
at the same time, the Riddler, the Penguin is part of the Riddler, and he can't deny that.
Yeah, but he's not in love with him.
Well, no, he's not in love with them. He's in love with other people.
Yep. All
Other
right.
girls.
See, again, this is the whole reason Gotham went.
See, Gotham. I mean, admittedly, I haven't seen very much of Gotham, but like every person's reaction who I've talked to, who's watched it a lot, who talks about it, has basically driven me to the conclusion that like Gotham is a a series like Gotham is what happens when you take like all the source material and just dump it all at once.
Yeah.
Into a pot and see what floats up. Because it does have its moments. Like at times it's a cool cop show at the very least, and we can all use more cool cop shows.
And if it was that, based on that premise, it's a cop show with supervillains that show up.
That's what I felt like the first season.
And the first scene,
it
it really was. But then it started deviating, and they kept going on these side tangents to try to show, because it was the villains rising, which was okay, but it just felt like they were destroying these villains, tearing them apart, making them something else, which is okay in some circumstances. But like I said, like with Freeze, the Saints of Dumas, it's like, why bring them in so early? Then you had the Court of Owls. You had Ivy, which they matured so they can get a sexier woman in. It's like, what the heck? I mean, that's just like it was. That's why it was all weird. It's like, what's the point? I mean, if you don't want children, then move forward in time so that you have.
But then they have Batman.
Yeah.
Because the girls were the same age as Batman.
I know.
Yeah.
But.
Well, now Poison Ivy's not the same age as Batman.
Yeah.
Just ruin that
See,
up.
again, that's the weird thing.
I'm just picturing like this uncomfortably old lady trying to seduce like a young Bruce Wayne now.
all I can say, as long as it's not Uma Thurman, I'm good.
Well, it's only like what?
That was a
maybe
horrible
10
Poison
years
Ivy.
Older
When
than
did
him
she do
now?
that?
Yeah.
She was the very first one with George Clooney. She was Poison
Did you
Ivy.
ever see that Batman?
I don't think
That was the one that had.
And she had Bane.
As an adult, it's a little ridiculous.
Batman and Robin. That's what it is, right? Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
Poison Ivy.
Batman and Robin. That was the one that had Arnold Schwarzenegger and like all the ice
I
puns.
have not seen that one.
All the ice puns.
So good as a child.
It had the bat nipple suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of bat
Did Val
nipples.
Kilmer show this weekend? You been seeing he just wants to be Batman again? I
Yeah,
don't know.
and he's coming to Salt Lake Comic Con.
That's right. That was their first guest
Yeah.
Really?
announcement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
fun.
that.
He was also the voice of the when they rebooted the Knight Rider TV series. He was the voice of Kit. Yeah.
Kit's coming to town.
That was okay until that went weird. Then the car transformed into a robot, and they brought back the original voice for Car, which was Peter Cullen, who did the voice for Optimus Prime. And yeah,
And that's how you get Transformers.
You ready for that? When does that come out?
There's another
That
Transformers?
Yep, Transformers 5 comes
It's
out
like
this summer.
month, right?
I
Or,
don't know.
yeah.
It's
hiding.
June.
I'm hiding.
The last
Comes out in June.
I don't.
It's gonna have it's.
Is it going to be better than the fourth one?
I don't know.
I don't
But
even know
we get
which
to
one
see-
is
That's
which
all
I
I
haven't.
I will
I
not
stopped
watch it.
watching them. Like
we
After
get
the
to
second
see.
one, right?
I don't even know. They all just kind of blend
No,
together.
yeah, that's
and
where I'm at. I don't know which
I
one's
stopped
which.
watching them at some
Alright, so
point.
this is number
I
5.
watched the second one. That was it. I was done.
I love
Those
this-
Optimus,
1 and 2 have Shia LaBeouf,
Optimus.
right?
This So this
Okay.
is the second one
I've
after
seen one
Shia.
more after that.
Yeah, there's one more after that with not
Wait,
Shia, with Mark
3 have
Wahlberg.
Shia
Yes,
LaBeouf.
I've seen one with
Yeah.
Mike.
And then
Oh,
the
there's
fourth
3 with
one
Shia
is
LaBeouf?
Mark-
There's
yeah.
3.
3 with Shia LaBeouf,
Oh.
and then the fourth one's
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, and Mark
That's the
Wahlberg's
one.
coming back in
Mark
this one.
Maybe
Basically,
I don't know what I've
Optimus
seen.
finds their creators, which, if they stick to the storyline, it should be the Quintessons, and they pretty much offer him that if he goes back and destroys all the other remaining Transformers on Earth, and can get them Earth, they will revive Cybertron. So
The other ones are just so convoluted. How do you get to the fifth one, though?
Well,
I didn't like the fourth one. I actually
the
loved
second
first
one
three.
was the one I had the hardest with. Devastator was horrible.
I don't
So-
know which ones I've seen.
So
now.
Devastator. So the second one
I
is
don't even
with
understand
the
which
Fallen.
Transformers which.
It's when they're
Yeah.
in Egypt
Fighting.
and there's the big combining robot that
I
has
don't remember anything in Egypt. I've seen
dangling
the one with Mark Wahlberg,
things.
and I've seen at least 2 with Shia
Wrecking
LaBeouf.
balls.
the wrecking balls.
He has
The
wrecking
Xbox
balls.
Transformer.
Yeah.
Super dangerous. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I still get them. I love Transformers, but they're nothing like my childhood cartoon, which I still have all those. So I watch.
So how would you like it if we all talked bad about them?
I'm
Crash
okay
them
with that.
To the ground.
Go ahead.
Wait. What,
I'll defend
What
it.
are we
well,
trashing
okay.
on the Girl Ghostbusters?
First of all, we have to establish something. Like, are
Yes.
we just trashing Transformers, or are we also trashing like
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay? Because they're kind of inseparable at this point.
They are. But this is
I think
reportedly
we
his
can
final
see-
Transformer movie.
And we can see that
That's what he
Bay
said 9 times
can
this
at
week.
least
I know.
make a good movie. Look at what he did with Turtles 2.
Oh my god, I don't want to see the Ninja Turtle
Whoa.
movies.
It's
Oh.
awesome.
Hold
Second
up.
one's good.
Can't
Second
do
one's
it.
amazing.
Second one's
Second
good.
one's
First
incredible.
one's horrible.
I need
Yeah,
my
first one's
original
horrible.
Ninja Turtles. I'm perfectly
Okay,
happy
The
with
sec-
it.
Hold on.
The second one is
I am
almost.
bouncing. I am bouncing. You don't understand. The second one actually goes back to the cartoon.
It does.
The Bebop and Rocksteady.
I
Yeah,
heard
Be-
that Bebop and Rocksteady.
and
were
Crane's in
awesome.
there.
Rocksteady.
Krang's in it.
You know-
It actually is good. I hated the first one, and I actually like the second
I
one. I
didn't
own
like
the
the
second one.
designs
Rollbacks,
of the
like-
characters.
You're right. The turtles.
The
with their
turtles are
neural-
horrible
with their
looking, and their
nostrils.
story on how they became turtles is horrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they got rid of it. Well, they don't get rid of it,
Look,
but they don't
hey,
look back at
hey,
stuff like that.
more proof that redheads are being removed from storylines. April O'Neil's a redhead. No, she's not.
April O'Neil's a redhead.
Wally
and
West's a
removed.
redhead. So is
Oh,
Iris
because
West.
they replaced her with What's Her Bucket, Megan
Megan
Fox.
Fox.
And Megan Fox has a lot less scenes in this one. And
I'm
no
not a
offense
big
to
fan of
Megan
Megan
Fox,
Fox.
but at the same time,
But they have
the
Stephen
story is
Amell,
about
and he
people,
plays
it's not
Casey
the
Oh,
Jones.
yeah, Stephen Amell's
The guy that plays Arrow is Casey Jones.
I haven't
Which
seen
they
Arrow.
messed with his backstory, but at the same time, like,
okay.
I enjoyed his.
I was okay with him
character.
being
he
a
did
cop
really
that-
good story.
yeah.
Really good character.
So
Casey
I
Jones?
feel like this sort of outlines the core strength and the great downfall of Michael Bay in general, which is that he never looks backwards.
Nope.
He if there's source material backwards, he
Doesn't care.
doesn't care.
Which is why we have the problems we do with Transformers.
But at the same time, if there's problems with his earlier work, he also doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
Like the first Turtles movie.
true.
The first Turtles movie was awful. But
And he just
he
went
just
for it.
kind of ignored that and made a
Yeah.
great Turtles movie.
At least we can rest assured that he didn't make the teenage alien.
Yeah.
I know. I was
Turtles.
like, his original
Yeah.
plan was to be Alien.
I know.
That,
might-
That's what I had
that
heard,
just makes
is
me
that they were
almost as
aliens
uncomfortable
and
as
that-
the turtle noses.
Yeah.
Just that thought.
And my
They could have used the original, like,
they could have.
like
I know.
Yeah.
puppets,
I would've
costumes.
loved-
Yeah.
Those were
My
amazing.
issue with Transformers that I do have, he makes them look so alien. It's like, who cares? Make them look like more of the cartoon. I mean, who cares about all the gears and gizmos spinning and the fact that Bumblebee can lubricate on someone? I don't care. That's not. Yes. did
Well,
you not
maybe
see that?
you don't care
It's
about
the way
your-
the phrasing that you put that is very inappropriate. That's all I'm saying there. There's something I was gonna say. Oh, right. So the new Turtles 2 is better than the old Turtles 3.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, because I was like, I love
Hey!
old school Ninja
I don't
Turtles.
know
I
if
know.
Turtles
I know the
are
guy that
actually-
played Raphael in
Kids
that
shining.
movie.
That's
I
awesome.
didn't see the Back in Time one.
That one
I
was
did play the
pretty bad.
video games though. I used to
Like-
play those video games.
And that was a
nonstop.
pretty cool song.
Wait, what's the
Oh, the
Whoa,
Vanilla
whoa,
Ice.
whoa,
Or a different
whoa,
one?
whoa. No, that was in the second one. The Ninja Rap was in the second
Ninja Rap
one.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
the Ninja
That was
Rap
good.
was awesome.
Go Ninja.
But-
go Ninja.
Go.
And Super Shredder.
Go.
The weird turtle and wolf thing. I can't remember their name.
Togon Razor.
Yeah.
That was
the
kind of weird.
knockoffs.
But
Knockoffs.
overall, that movie is still awesome. They should have been Bebop and Rocksteady.
They
but-
should have.
They should have.
But we got a good Bebop and Rocksteady.
We did. We did. They were
I should have
hilarious.
bought one of those toys when they came out.
Yeah. Oh well.
eBay.
You
And
can.
again, my
Yeah, but the
problem
point
with
is that if you get it on
when
eBay
people
now, it's like
say these things about
costs a lot.
Transformers, they're making like 9 more after this too. So they're
They had
obviously
better
doing
not be
so
making 9
they
more
are.
after
They really
this.
are.
Yeah. Well,
How
I
many?
mean,
There's it's probably like 6 more.
there's 6
But
more.
There's a
So
lot
this
planned.
is Fast
slated.
and Furious
Yeah.
for Transformers.
And again, I just think it's
Okay.
funny because
But
they always
it
do these
sounds like,
negative things,
again,
but they obviously do so well.
Plan
they're
is
making
Michael
more.
Bay's moving away.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you
We'll see.
suggesting there's hope for the future?
Maybe. We got rid of George Lucas.
Ah, you.
I love George Lucas for creating Star Wars, but there are
then he
so
became
many
a verb.
things that
George
he made
Lucas in
wrong
something.
with Star Wars.
He's
Just
a
think he can
writer.
do
He's
whatever
not
he
a
wants
movie
with it.
person, right?
Yeah. Directing and actually putting together a movie, I don't think that is his strength. Creating the universe, designing stuff, I think he's brilliant. You know, that's why Empire is still my favorite ever, and he didn't touch that thing as a director.
Well, now that we've thoroughly ripped apart your childhood audience,
Star Wars.
I think we should probably get close
Hey,
to...
I can technically do it.
Oh.
I was born that year. I have all the rights.
You're from the 70s, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're getting
so
old.
I know.
Man.
Just kidding, it's really not that old.
I know.
What's today? It's the 40th anniversary, right? So,
It is.
yeah.
It's awesome. So, we're out of time. We've destroyed enough things. Maybe we tickled your funny bone.
There are some good things out there, audience. We don't hate
Maybe
everything.
you hate one of us
Daniel
for things we said.
does, but we
No,
don't.
he likes old things,
Hey, I like stuff.
just not new things.
I like Force Awakens.
Stuff.
I liked Rogue One. Those are new things.
Rogue One
Which
was awesome.
part?
I like.
That's
He
probably...
watches. He
that's
likes
probably
Firefly and
I
Serenity.
like Firefly.
My wife just watched Rogue One.
I
the other
liked
day.
Turtles 2.
All right, he likes 5 things.
He hated Ghostbusters.
That's not his
It's
fault.
not Ghostbusters.
Answer the call. Let's call it Answer the Call.
And that wasn't my fault that it was crap. That was the studio. Anyways,
They had some good references. They had some good comedy.
No
It was a
good
fun
references.
supernatural
No, it
comedy.
wasn't.
It was a fun
No.
supernatural comedy
Power
that
Rangers
could not
film?
meet up to the originals.
we won't talk about that one. All right, with that said, we're out of here.
Jay, it's morphin' time.
I am Groot!